Hello, welcome back to Ratropolis. Let's just get into it, shall we? I'm already set for Leader Plus because I started recording and then went, oh wait, I'm gonna go get a coffee first. I have acquired a coffee, it's time to begin, shall we? How you doing today? I hope you're doing well. It is Tuesday, 28th. We got 3 more days of July. I guess 4 technically because today just started, but you know. It's Wednesday for you, so you only have 3 more days of July if you're watching this as it goes live. We're on the coast, oh boy. I hope that you're doing well today. How are you doing today? What's happening? I'm alright, thanks for asking. I'm hanging in there, you know how it is. Same old, woke up not too long ago. I almost had another, like, 6 a.m. Ratropolis. I don't know why I woke up, I went to bed 3 o'clock. Around there, probably more like 4 o'clock really. I just woke up at 6 and the sun was out and I was like, how am I supposed to sleep if the sun is out? And then eventually I just, how the fuck does anyone have any sleeping problems? Just close your eyes. But I was like, alright, I'm gonna give it like 15 more minutes and if I'm not asleep, I'm gonna get up and record Ratropolis. And that episode would have been a fucking mess. Me recording Ratropolis at 6 a.m. on 3 hours of sleep, might not have been a good episode. We might have just been a fucking disaster. But, who's to say this episode isn't going to be a disaster too? Speaking of disasters, dude, I've talked about it a lot, but we're closing in on the big 1,000 subs. I know, crazy, right? I think Militia Bow is bad. After having played with it, I don't like it. The upside is that it doesn't die very easily, but on this map, it does. So I'm not even gonna bother. But no, we're closing on the big 1,000. That means I gotta stop swearing, dude. I gotta cut it out if I want these videos to be allowed to be monetized by the YouTube overlords. Dear YouTube, please allow me to monetize this video. Although not yet, right? I don't, it's just like, I talk about it a lot, even though I recognize, and I'm sure you recognize, that monetizing these videos isn't gonna be a ton for me. The big purpose of the YouTube, does my mouse sensitivity feel off to you? No, of course it doesn't feel off to you, but it feels off to me. Why does this feel this way? Yeah, this is definitely wrong. Is there like a button on my mouse that can... Oh my god, there is a button on my mouse to control mouse sensitivity. How did I not know that this button controlled mouse sensitivity? I've had this mouse for like a year. That's so weird. Huh. Now I know. There goes that card. Also, militia shields are just all worthless, but what's new? Anyway. And I recognize that the purpose of the YouTube here, and I'm sure you recognize it as well, is just to... Oh wait, Customs Gate is probably broken with that change they made. Hold on. That's right, that's probably busted. But the purpose of the YouTube is just to, like, not really divert, but, move people over to the stream. It's more of an exposure thing. Alright, let's see if this is as broken as I think it's gonna be. How far does he have to go past this? I think he has to go all the way past it? Oh, I should probably be dealing with this instead of microing on the Customs Gate. Oh well. Too late now. Too busy microing. It's not as broken as I thought. I thought I was just going to be able to, like, back forth. Oh, that was not the chest. My bad. March is fun. I'm just going to grab Ambush. Did I not pick up a watch? Oh, I wasn't able to afford the watchtower, was I? No. And this thing's also just gonna get infected and kill me, I believe, because I put it way too close, thinking I was gonna be able to just power out money. I mean, let's be honest, I wasn't thinking. Hunter, now there's a good one. With, like, I know I passed March for Ambush, but, like, March over the Customs Gate? Let's try this out. Let's try something like this. Something a little wacky, something a little different. Something that could be good, but is probably bad. Gotta wait so I can ambush this. Look at the design of this thing. going on with this guy? I don't think I like this. Look at those teeth. I think he's like he's an infected rat. That's what all of these enemies are. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's everyone dead. And then the boss spitter walks up, infects this building, and we lose the game. Like this is a pretty doomed one. We're gonna try and save this by moving 3 guards over. I think that the customs gate idea would be better on normal. On this difficulty, it's just kind of impossible. I mean, I guess if I should have a chance to draw ambush again, so maybe we can survive? No, I didn't hit it. Too bad. I'm pretty sure he's just gonna kill me, right? I mean, maybe not, maybe not. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I would argue that that was, losing all of my guards there, probably not gonna lead to a long-term success. I just, you know, this game mode is a lot of just, like, finding a unit that is actually good to stand in front of your army and isn't militia shield, because this unit is fucking unbelievably bad. Like, really, truly awful. But we can't always have that. And these custom gates were a waste. I tried it at least, but they were not worth it. Good to try it, though. Are you 3 in danger? I think you are. I just think that this is, oh yeah, they're just gonna jump the wall and kill you. Yeah, I mean, this is the General Plus classic, right? Just, oh, I opened up 2 shops, didn't find a unit to replace Militia Shield, and we're dead. That was fun. We won't do this stuff again. Go ahead and hit the give up button. It's fine, right? I should have bought the watchtower, but I didn't. I couldn't afford it. And it's the coast. Doesn't even matter what map it is when you die on wave 7. I really... The Merchant Plus is the best one in my opinion. I think that everything in Merchant Plus feels pretty good. And then I think that General Plus and Builder Plus both have their shortcomings. General Plus is very much Militia Shield. The growth mechanic is a really cool idea that I was really excited about when it released, if you remember. And then I started playing with it and I went, oh wait, this mechanic sucks. I hate this. The third, like, they need to lower Militia Shield's growth number to like 5 and he'd still be not viable in my opinion. Although probably slightly more viable at 5. Like, my boy needs to be a growth level of like 1. He dies so fast because he has 20 health. How is this guy ever going to get 20 kills? Like, what do? You have to give him like a ton of healing, but even then, after this wave, he's just going to get 1 shot. The idea is really cool though. Like, look at this. He gets 2 experience for this wave and he loses like 14 health. How is that guy ever surviving? Monument. I mean... Hang on. Alright, so we could do the thing I tried with Custom Gate, but with like 5 Militia Shields. But that doesn't sound fun. That sounds miserable. I'm playing this game to have fun. That doesn't sound fun. That sounds terrible. But like, technically it would work, right? We could power out a big... we could power out a Legionary pretty quick off of that if I just focused on it. By the way, when I said I needed a good frontliner, I did not mean Gladiator. I think Gladiator is a bad frontliner, although he is pretty cheap, but he has the same amount of health, and I have no way to heal him. Every time I try this, I die. Like, I've tried it like 2 or 3 times, and every time it has ended the same. Hey, let's see what happens if I pick Gladiator. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, that's right. He just dies. Even when I early upgraded him and I had healing in the deck, it was just unwinnable. It was doomed. I think the problem with Militia Shield is that they're always going to get hit. For them to gain growth, they have to get hit. It's just, it has to happen. But clearing cheese. Right? Because if they don't get hit, that means that they didn't take an attack, which means they're not going to get credit for the kill anyway. So they don't gain growth. Super interesting. Like, I like this mechanic a lot, for real. I think that The other ways that you build growth are interesting, the ones that don't involve being in combat. Another run with spitters. I should have played that. I'm like not playing Militia Shield for some reason. I don't know why. Another spitter combat. For me. That's okay. We survive. But we don't build a front line. You can't build up on Militia Shield. Just it's mostly because it's weird. I guess it's interesting, right? Because Militia Shield has more health than regular militia does, and yet they die way more often. I wonder why. And the answer is just because this is a game about hitting enemies before the enemies hit you, as we've discussed. And if you hit the enemies for one because for some reason you went to war with a wooden sword, maybe that's the problem. Maybe the problem is that they just hit once. And like all of those deaths that they just saw didn't count. They got no growth for any of that. So when you build up that big stack of guards and start wiping out waves, your militia shields are doing nothing. Take the extension. It's not great, but it's fine. Passable. Hopefully this guy has like, I don't even know. I think that if you want to go militia shield, you have to also pick up militia mace, right? Because we did it in the, and there he is. We did it in the first episode of Builder Plus, or General Plus, or like around there, where I grabbed militia mace and we went in on a full growth plan where my entire army was growth, and it worked out. Militia mace is better, even though he only has 14 health, because the shields I think end up tanking for him. And then he gets to grow and become a man with the ability to stun, and that becomes pretty good. I don't know. It feels a little rough. I'm gonna move you boys back. Oh, I think this is too close. I guess we'll see. I'm not gonna move them again. But I think they're too close there. Never mind, Militia Mace is dead. Oh, they are too close there. But just barely, like they're only getting hit a little bit. I think, like there's a lot of things they could do, right? But like we've just lost like actually 7 units on this wave. Wave 5, ahead of the boss, I lost 7 units. That were like mostly full health too. Crazy. Just crazy bad. And I microed those guards. Realistically, if I didn't micro back, we would have lost our entire army there. I need to, I have to do this. It's gonna not be great, but it's the only way we ever have a chance of surviving this. Give me an economy advisor. That's fine. Labor, whatever. Need to wait for that to land so I can play this guy and move him back. Yeah, I had to move these guards back no matter what. I didn't even see the wave indicator. They must be on the right. Yeah. Hey, all of a sudden, I'm not so certain about Militia Mace after this these last few rounds here. All of a sudden, I'm uncertain. Yeah, peace is never gonna happen. Peace was never an option. Arena's good with Gladiator in theory. In theory. I could try doing this. Let's try doing the early upgrade on Militia Shield. Let's try committing to it. If we die, it's the expected outcome. Death is to be expected here. I shouldn't be lazy. But it's so... like, microing this is so bad. It feels not good. Although they are in the walls, so I guess they're okay there. I don't know. I wonder, maybe with the upgrade, maybe we'll start to see some of these militia shields survive. The worst part to me is that despite, like even when we finish these waves, it doesn't get easier. Guarantee is a winning pickup, right? However, so is Hunter. These are both good. I'm gonna grab Guarantee. Even though it's not a lot of money now, hopefully it becomes a lot of money later. Alright, on this one I feel like if I take unsustainable losses here, I'm just gonna... that's just life. We shouldn't lose too much. boss too. Training officer. It's just, he's not bad, but he's way expensive. I'm gonna first grab Tannery. I'll grab all of this, I guess. And we'll try it. Pretty straightforward idea here. Right, stack up a bunch of training officers in a position and then have them train up a bunch of militia shields into actual playable units, while also just playing some militia shields out. So to do this, I'm gonna need some population, because this guy is going to be doing effectively nothing. Like this unit, I'm just going to be paying away like, what, 10 population probably? I'll take the bomb. The deck is dummy thick already. But the idea here is pretty straightforward, right? If I get 5 of these guys stacked up, that's 5 growth every 20 seconds, every, is it 4 times of that? So every 120, is that? No, every 80 seconds, every minute and a half is a new upgraded unit. Maybe I should wait to try and get that guy upgraded, because I know it doubles up to 2 per 20 seconds instead of 1. For now, I'll just leave like 1 militia shield over there. That's all I can afford. Alright. Not so bad. You can see the little experience bar above him. One of these guys is closing in on it. But he's definitely not going to make it because he's going to die. He is going to pass away, but at least he's trying. Read this. I should have played that guard for sure. Alright. So I'm gonna pay money so that I can play a bomb here. I haven't played bomb in a while, I feel like. But it does a big chunk out of these guys. Makes it feel a little less impossible. Okay. 3 of them is probably plenty. Please just... oh, they're not gonna finish him in time. I thought with the bomb they would be strong enough to finish him in time, but no. I should obviously be microing my units back, but god, I fucking hate it, man. It's so bad. Like, it feels so bad to do. It's really just not fun. It kills me. Microing like 6 or 7 guards, I don't like that shit. But also, like, not doing it literally kills me, so I guess I'm supposed to, huh? At least I get to free kill this boss and get some free XP. Alright, well, hopefully the enemies just come from the left for a while, and we can let these guys finish leveling up. Because that was a rough wave, of course. Every time you fight spitters, it's rough, I think. Spitters are not fun. Was there an upgrade there? I don't think there was an upgrade there, because I wanted to pick up an upgrade. I might have just like auto-picked territory expansion without actually looking too closely, but not certain. No wanted in here is a little rough, I think. Like this shop is underwhelming aside from militia bow, but I feel like I should just, I guess I'll go for militia bow. I should not buy that wall though. And also bomb is basically falling off. And also this is the part where you never have another militia shield even come close to leveling up in the field. Tried to put that bomb so I wouldn't kill them, but we all knew they were not living through that. It's gonna be tough, but I feel like at this point I just put all of my militia units over here and we hope that we get enough time to... like, we have plenty of population available. Maybe we can do something here. +3/+12 when they complete growth. Alright. I mean, this is the idea anyway, is to complete growth, so... Also, we have no units on the right side, don't forget. Ah, a unit finishes growth, a shield rat. Like, everything's bad right now, and there's not a lot of hope. Oh, he just gets it anyway, that's nice. I have very little faith in this, but at least it's not Weasel Barrels. Too bad this shield rat's just gonna die before he gets to do anything. Ace rat. Like, I'm just gonna be throwing these guys away, it feels like. They're just gonna die in one hit, yeah. Like, ugh. It is rough. Oh, I could give up the bomb for 12 population. Sure. it's donating a card for free population. Very cool. But like, yeah, if they ever come from the right side, we are doomed, of course. Oh, hey, we're doomed. I think our best plan is to just set up right here and hope that we're able to survive. I'll lose a bunch of my training boys, but I don't know. Guarantee's not doing much for us here. I need the game to give me like bounty hunt. And removal's not great. Nothing is great right now. Like, maybe I just keep my entire army stacked on the one spot and we just move back and forth and hope that we don't take double waves. I wonder if that's a play. I can't afford removal. I'll just take the house even though it's also not very good. But like, I wonder if stacking everyone right here and then just moving the army back and forth is a line. Feels pretty bad, right? But I don't know. Nothing feels very good right now. It feels like we're pretty dead. So... he is not bugged, unfortunate. Oh, my academy, I need that. I'm just gonna let them, like, break everything and hopefully build out my army a little more while they're walking up, right? This is a struggle, but we can potentially sneak out of this one, I think. Do I still have ambush in this run? I don't know. Was that last run? I think that was last run that I had ambush, actually. Like, this army's pretty large. We're gonna lose some boys, but... you know. Hopefully not too many. A few. A lot. A lot of death. Oh yeah, we lost like everything. Holy moly. we lost a lot, to say the least. You guys gotta run and hope you don't die. Alright, upgrade training officer though. Maybe, right? Maybe. I'll give it a solid maybe. I move these boys over. And then you guys just keep running. General Plus. Remember when we were playing the other game modes and I was like, hey, this wasn't even that bad. Remember when Builder Plus made this game mode not even feel that bad? Those were the days. We're in hell. Banneret might be good for moving my units back and forth, because that's apparently our only line. I mean, this army is large, but it's just like, we're just getting fucking yoinked by harpoons and murdered, and that guy actually just canceled the pull. Did you see that? He got pulled and he was just like, wave starting, I'm going. Goodbye. Also, I just think that this map is really hard in general, but also for General Plus, because your units end up getting split and you can't build up anything, and it's just fucked. Like, we're doomed. Not unsurprisingly, right? I feel like General Plus, to me, when I was playing it as well, felt very one-dimensional. It's like, find wanted early on so that you have an actual economy, or lose. And this time I've chosen to die. I guess we'll get rid of grain. Like, wanted and then pivot into having actual good economy through bounty, or try this dumb growth plan and die horribly. Which we did, once again, die horribly. Unsurprising. It's just a question of how much do I want to try this, because 100%, show me wanted, we win the game. I have the money to play out my army if we get wanted. We'll give it one more. Wanted is the, if we don't see it, wanted is the labor that increases your bounty permanently. And then you just pick up like wanted and guarantee and you win. Not those cards and you lose. I guess I should, because I believe it's so pivotal, I guess, pivotal? I should be hard rolling every shop for it and not caring about anything else. I think that's gonna be the plan. Yeah, until I see wanted, I'm just gonna roll every single shop. That's gonna be our line here. And I'm gonna try not playing as many grains and try building up the early army to hopefully not lose. As I'm trying to play both Militia Shield and guard off of a train. However, the game has decided for me to never draw them together. There we go. I'm out of population. Hilarious. Grind, horn, aggro. Aggro, I guess, might work as well. But I feel like taking more... Like, aggro's really bad on this map because there's never a time where it's good to play danger. Because you're just going to end up smacked by spitters. I don't like that. I'm going to take a house here and we're going to wait the 7 seconds to play these upgraded units. And we hope it's enough. Because another big piece, right? We've stacked one side, but the other side is not. It's not. Like I said, maybe I should hard roll, but also Hunter is an income card and the Armory is good. I think that those are passable pickups for me here. If we stack up enough Hunters, it's the same thing. And they do damage, so, you know. What's not to love? The fact that I didn't play my Armory, well, I needed to play those units out so we could hopefully... I mean, it's just a dream. I think that... I truly believe that the growth mechanic is rolling. Like, you just lose if you do growth. After, like, playing a few runs of it, it's just like, you'll never grow. Nothing ever comes of it except for disaster. I don't think you can do it. This run has been very gameplay focused. It's like when the runs are difficult, I focus on the game, and when the runs are easy, I just talk about whatever's on the brain, right? When there's literally nothing to talk about, I guess I pivot off. But, you know, General Plus and Builder Plus, they are impossible. Not really impossible, but, you know, very difficult. I think that this game mode, after playing so much Builder Plus, and I'm probably going to eat shit for saying this tomorrow, but I think that this game mode might, like, General Plus might be harder than Builder Plus, just because Builder Plus has, you know, right? You know what's going to happen. You know you're not getting anything good from your economy perspective, and you have to plan around it. This one is like, well, I was hoping to get something good from my economy plan, but instead I didn't find one of the bounty cards that I needed, and we lost. Very one-dimensional, I feel like. I swear sometimes the sound effect doesn't play. It's that, or I've just completely tuned it out because I am desensitized. Also, you know, looking at how this starts going, maybe the answer is just to play more units in the early game and complain less. Like, now I almost feel like I could pick up aggro. I'm gonna removal instead. But yeah, I think the other thing that I have to be conscious of is I can't play, like, 4 grains in the early game. Unlike, like, I put myself into the habit with the regular mode of just, like, spamming out as many grains as you can and just limping through the early game. But you can't do that in some of these plus modes. Like this one, I don't think you can do that. I think you have to stack up your army a bit, as we have done now. Because now with these, also the armory that is upgraded is helping a lot. Don't get me wrong. What are you guys doing over here? Nice. And we look at our big bounty. We're getting 20 per kill with 1 hunt. This is a much cleaner start, right? A start where I was able to purchase and play out 24 population. I do not like taking danger on this map. I really don't like it. Because of barrels, right? Playing that card and having a barrel drop on you, it's basically just bad. But maybe it's okay. I will send a card. I'll send them grain. Like maybe it's okay to play danger once I have walls set up a little further out. If I time it properly, I shouldn't be too threatened by just a random assortment of 4 enemies, as long as it's not like 2 spitters, 2 plague giants or whatever. But even that I don't think would be that bad. And I think we're gonna crush through this boss even, yeah. We have the exact hit them before they hit us sort of build. Oh, Settler. I kind of want to grab Territory Expansion, but Settler is just too good. The Territory Expansion is also a good pick here because it will let us get... Oh wow, we're even. we'll be able to push out, right? I haven't expanded yet. I played very cautiously in our first shops, and by cautiously I mean I just bought things that were good instead of buying walls. And maybe that's okay. Maybe rushing out a wall early isn't worth it. I'm not sure. This one feels like a much cleaner start though. And yeah, what did I do different? Well, I didn't go against spitters, right? I think that is it would be silly of me to not mention that our first enemy was the easy one instead of one of the harder ones. Like, easy tier list in terms of difficulty is spitters are the hardest, followed by the big boys, followed by runners. Runners just do nothing to you. And since we started with runners, we get to kind of just cruise through the early game. We got to snowball our power, because now we're against spitters, but even just 3 waves later, we have twice as many guards as we would have when we originally fight them, and a chance. But hey, there's Wanted. Look at that. After all my complaining. Okay. I don't think I was really complaining in this one. It was more, I don't know. It's a fine line between complaining and analysis, I feel like. But yeah, this card's pretty nuts. Labors for a permanent increase. Oh, that was like the first hit. Wild. Labors for a permanent increase like that are always going to be pretty strong, I think. However, depending on the balance, right? Because they're not always going to be pretty strong. Look at, what's it called? Colony, right? Colony is a really bad card because it's super expensive and takes way too long. Wanted only takes, I think, 60 seconds. I think it's 60 seconds. And it's really cheap both in terms of cost, where it's like 8 gold, and a population of 12 gold. Oh, 70 seconds. What a weird number. Huh. 70 seconds. But yeah, Wanted good. And because we're ahead, we have the big stack of shields. They're not getting any experience, though. This is the downside. These guys never touch enemies, right? Watch them. They'll get like 1 or 2 experience per wave, right? Now, they don't get hurt for that experience, so they have a pretty good chance of leveling up if this continues. But once we get into the later waves here, I think it will not continue necessarily. Have I shown what Settler does in the past? I feel like I have. But I'll show it again. Settler is just a flat 25% increase to your population. Yeah, I definitely have seen this advisor and pointed it out before. Trying to remember as best as I can, but, you know, it's not easy. I'll take the 5 floods, we're fine. They need to add the ability to see your bounty somewhere in the interface. Like, just right around here, I think. Like, there's a little space. They could increase this by a little bit if they wanted to. And put a little symbol for it. Or even just put it next. But putting it next to the population number would be kind of strange, though. I'm surprised it hasn't been done yet, honestly. I feel like this is something that they would have recognized, because I feel like we've been talking about this for a very long time. But then again, maybe we haven't. I've been talking about it for a while, at least. This game, I really do think that Ratropolis is a pretty solid game at this point. A lot of little, like there's a few minor quality of life things, like showing bounty in the interface, that I think they could add in, but for the most part I think the game is pretty good. Showing bounty in the interface and the ability to, like, if I could click and drag and select like a group of these units, that would be huge, right? If I could basically turn this game into an RTS, but still. I'm gonna grab Duckling Rider. Even though they nerfed him in this, we can go for the, like, we don't have an actual plan right now, we just have a bunch of bounty. Going down the movement speed path is very fun, for one. I'm gonna grab another wall for the right side here. I'm not gonna start playing him out, I'm just gonna have him as an option, essentially. As he's expensive, he's 3 population and he's pretty weak. I guess he's 50 health. I'll put down 1 on either side. Also, we have, like, holy moly, we have 85 population now. My god. Settler pretty good, I think. Hard to say. But yeah, they just don't get any experience. I guess I lied. I said I needed Wanted to win, but also Armory helps a lot, right? Armory is basically an economy pickup. 170. This is fine. Armory is an economy pickup because it lets your units live. and if they live, you get more money, or you get more money because you don't have to replay out units. I should move back now, just in case it's barrels, right? We have a buffer wall in position. If it's not barrels, we just let them break this and we don't care. Honestly, like I don't care. What do I care if they break that? Do it, see if I care. I won't. You won't. Is it? It is barrels, look at this. They have so much health too, they have like 50 health, crazy. I think that each map has like a... What is barrel replacing? Because there's basically a template for the enemy types on each part of the game. In each part of the game, right? It's like, the first 10 waves are always the same. It's just the order that you see the enemies in. And then the next 10 waves always have a shield. Each map has one unit with a projectile defense. A little shield boy. I'm just gonna leave that down, actually. And I picked up Banner Rat because fast. And then, what does the forest have? I swear I've talked about enemy variety before, but I still want to think about it. The forest has... Oh, the shaman that heals, and it has the other enemy. What is the other enemy on the forest? Oh, it has a ranged unit that throws, that's right. That's right, there's the little dude who throws his little spear. That guy. So shield, healer, and spearman. I think the like basically the standard for this game. A dude who, like a ranged dude, a defensive dude, and then a little healer. And then the desert has... Oh god. Remembering enemy variety is so hard because my brain is dumb. I need to upgrade something. I don't really know what to upgrade though. True bounty on this guy is a little whatever. This Banner Rat upgrade's okay. I feel like this is kind of a bait. Let's do it here first. The desert has the shield, then it has the necromancer, and it has... I always forget what the third one is. Like, what's the other guy? The necro... Oh, it's the speed enhancement guy. Okay. So it's like, each map... The other two maps follow a pretty straightforward pattern then of, like... Unit that increase... Like, support unit, damage dealing unit, and, like, caster unit, right? So the support unit on the desert is the speed increase guy. The caster unit's the necromancer, and then the damage dealer is the... No wait, I guess it's just a... I guess the necromancer basically is the damage dealer. I don't know, I guess there's not really a good pattern to follow, right? Because what the hell is Weasel Barrel then? He's just fucking annoying. That's what he is. Oh no, I guess there's not really a pattern. As I think about it now, I don't think there's a pattern. There's not really a formula to follow. I also think I'm just gonna stop playing Militia Shield. Alright, my coffee is gone. Long live the coffee. I did a pretty interesting play with the coffee today, because there was like a little bit of the old creamer left, which was a vanilla cake sort of creamer, and then there's the new one, which is a caramel style. I think it was like caramel latte or something like that. And so I just like, I was like, I'm gonna try both. I tried both. I gotta tell you, it is not that impressive. It is. I didn't put a lot of caramel in. I just gave it like a little touch of caramel, just like enough to know that I did something. I love the world of coffee creamers. I think that it's something. I love a lot of variety and like a lot of different flavors. That's something that really gets me excited. So, for example, something that really gets me excited. I've never seen this card, I don't think. Something that really gets me excited, though, is wing sauces. Like, going to Buffalo Wild Wings, dude, I get hyped because there's like a million wing sauces to choose from. It's great. I love that shit. And creamers are the same way. There's a ton of different creamers to choose from. And I like the ability to go, like, to have something like this and know that I can have a different choice, like, every day if I want to, or every week, I guess, because I don't have wings that often. in the context of wing sauces. I don't eat wings very much. I haven't gone to Buffalo Wild Wings in like a month or two. But, you know, to be fair, I haven't gone anywhere in like a month or two. But I love the ability to... I look at coffee creamer as sauce for your coffee. And saucing up the coffee a little bit, and then you mix and match. Oh man. Like Buffalo Wild Wings lets you do a little 50-50, right? I'll be like, hey, I'll take this flavor of sauce and this flavor of sauce. And they're like, hell yeah, you will, buddy. Hey, you want to just win the game and pick Monster Hunter instead of this dumb shit we're doing? Yo, they beat the shit out of Law of the Jungle. This was 10 growth, right? Oh, it's 5 per, so I guess it's a total of 15, which isn't that bad. I mean, this card was broken, to be fair. Let's just win the game. Monster Hunter just wins us the game. 100%. I just dropped like 2. I mean, not right now, it doesn't, but down the line it will for sure. Because he's a unit, you know, hit the enemy before they hit you. He crushes this map. Like, we talk about specifics on each map a lot. Like, I talk about, well, this guy doesn't do well here, mostly in the main game, but also here I can talk about it a little bit. This man destroys the coast. If you get him high enough... What is high enough? He needs... I need to pick up like a bounty hunt or something like that, or just upgrade him. And he crushes this map, because he can attack while the enemies are doing their jump out of the ocean animation, which means that he'll never get hit. You stack up like 6 of this guy on either side and it's unlosable. He's massive. I really like this unit. But we gotta wait, right? We gotta chill, we gotta find the pieces. But we have plenty of time. However, note that a lot of our bounty is from the hunters. I love this change, where they walk out from behind the wall. Really, really happy that that happens. We just gotta chill though, and we gotta find an upgrade from our next combat. And we have plenty of money thanks to the high bounty. We're just gonna keep playing Wanted, and eventually he's gonna crush, right? He's just gonna solo. We did the movement speed slash. However, for some reason I keep playing General on the coast, where doing the movement speed slash, I guess, is fine now that they let you do the buffer wall thing, right? Because you couldn't do Cataphract because they would just, the enemies would spawn and they wouldn't be able to charge. Dude, this change is so huge, I swear. I feel like at least once every 3 or 4 runs, I'm like, oh yeah, here's something else that is way better because they made it so that enemies spawn outside of broken walls now. I can now play Charge on the coast. Like, mostly it's changes that I'm like, oh wow, the coast is so much simpler now. Thank the fucking Lord. They've done it, they've fixed the coast. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of Banner Rat now, because we have our Monster Hunter plan. I'm just gonna chill, not play Banner Rats. Play Wanted. The Wanted is scaling pretty slowly as well, but like, God, it's so nice. Like, Weasel Barrel's not just dropping in behind me. This is beautiful. I'm really, like, I'm definitely, maybe not hard on the game, but I feel like I've been hard on the game in the past. But it's because, as I talk about other games, they are billions, for example, and many, many times I compare this game to that one. Because I feel like They Are Billions was a almost great game. It's like an 8 out of 10 to me, and it was close to a 10 out of 10 if they added a little more polish to it. And I was worried that the same thing would happen with Ratropolis, but I think that they're adding the proper amount of... they're putting the time in to put out Builder Plus, as well as just like quality of life changes here and there, like the ability to individually move units and things like that. Okay, we won the game. Yeah, okay, it's over. We won the game, 100%. I think I want to try to repair this wall. I think I needed to recognize that I wanted to do this a little sooner. But, okay. God damn, he fucking... Wait, we might just die to this boss, by the way. This guy brutalizes me. Doesn't he? Oh god. I gotta throw some stuff at him. I needed the bounty hunt first there. Alright, I actually have to be space guarding here. Hold on, hold on. I want to not lose all these hunters if possible. Alright, we got the big boy down. Okay, it's not so bad. We didn't even lose that many hunters. But the ability to individually move your units is a nice, like it's a change that makes me go, okay, so they are open to making the game playable. I will just take flat bounty. I don't need population. We take the upgrade on the Monster Hunter, and we win. Okay, cool, cool, cool. You see, and this is the feast or famine style. However, the last run wasn't a famine because the game didn't give me anything. The last one was a famine because I was dumb. Not the game. It was my fault. 100%. 232. I want to go for one more here. We got Wanted. I will keep playing Wanted, I suppose. But I want to go Hunt, Bounty Hunt, and then drop this guy for 384, yeah. And then we go... I'll do another one. 392. Wait, it went up? How did it go up? I guess a Wanted must have finished. Yeah, that had to be it. Hunt, Bounty Hunt, guarantee. But like the bounty setup like this is the way to win for sure. Because these three guys just crush. Absolutely. And we get tons of money off of it too, because I get the guarantee for a ton. 980. And it all starts with that higher base bounty. Also, one of the other things I find really interesting is that once you get to this point, I can just remove like everything. They can hit. I guess there's a little bit of variance on where the enemies spawn, so I guess they can't always crush. You see that? There's that variance there on where they spawn. Interesting. But like at this point, we get to power remove like everything from this deck, which is always fun as well. Where it's like, okay, we win, now I just remove everything. Super interesting too that we get to play it like this, right? Where it's like, okay, I have the power and now I don't need any of the cards that got us here anymore. Even the base economy card, right? Wanted gets to leave. Everything gets to go out of this deck because I make a man with 548 attack. I think of all of the game modes, in terms of like Builder Plus, Merchant Plus, and General Plus, General Plus has one of the best feeling end games to me. Also, why would I not have the rest of my army here? I have like 100 population just sitting back for whatever reason. But I really do think that General Plus's endgame feels really fun. Everything you do at this point in the game, I always love it. The Dark Knight build, the Bounty build, even if you can somehow survive wave 20 with growth and get here, it all feels very rewarding. I think, anyway. The only build that I think is theoretically in the game that I've never been able to do is building around Gladiator. But I don't necessarily need to, I guess is the thing, but I would like to someday. However, I don't necessarily need to build around Gladiator. It would just be cool. Yeah, he's a little big. 662. I was about to mention Hunter Tower. I was actually just about to mention this. I may as well take Courtyard because it's basically 2 population for free. 912. That seems good. I was just about to mention Hunting Tower. Just does like a shitload of damage, roughly. If I'm doing my numbers correctly here, this is roughly a lot. If I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna fire this off. We'll see what we're up against. It's, I have no idea. Oh, it's a silence. This is a base of 41. So we have an 82 increase to our bounty? Okay. A medic wouldn't be bad to go with these guys, because losing them is kind of annoying, but, you know. We have infinite money, so it's not that big of a deal. I think, honestly, I like the Monster Hunter one a lot. Really, like I said, all 3 of the main endings that I've done in the past have felt good. Wave period, of course. Like, this one feels really good. I also really like playing with those Dark Knights where they get to consume cards and become massive, and you combo that with the with the, what are they called? The danger cards. It's all good. Like, it's just... The early game feels really bad, of course, but you get like a good reward out of it. And I feel like one of the main reasons that the other one isn't as good is because I often feel like we get to that end game and I'm like, wow, this is miserable. But then towards the end of playing that game mode, I was like, oh wait, I think I'm starting to get what you actually do in this game mode now. I'm interested to see how Builder Plus plays when we go back to it tomorrow after having not played it for like, what is this, 8 days? I'm very interested to see how it plays. How I play. I'm gonna remove public path. I don't want this more time. Also, I can't play it because I have no space. I'm interested to see how it plays now that I haven't touched it in a while and I've kind of fallen out. Hopefully I do well. I think I will do well. Look at this though. Do you see this? Because like, this is right here. You want to talk about one of the problems I have with growth though as a mechanic? These guys have been here since the start of the game. We're at wave 25 and these guys haven't leveled up yet. Because they can't hit anything because my army's too strong. Oh, there's cataphract. Is cataphract a word? I feel like this game, and this happens a lot with anything that's translated, it just has a bunch of words and I'm like, is that a word? Like subsume. Right? That was what it was called? But then, fucking Monster Train came out, and fuck dude, they have a card in that game called Subsuming Blade. Come to think of it. That one just kind of struck me. Wait a minute. That game also has the word subsume. 2 different card games that I play came out with a word that I had literally never heard except for in this game, and everyone, like I think everyone, I'm not sure if everyone, but I was under the impression that basically everyone who saw subsume in this game, at least from the comments, were just like, I've never heard this word before, what does this mean? Because that was my reaction. High Priestess, deal 1,000 damage to all enemies when the city hall is attacked. Basically a cheat death or like a lizard tail sort of thing. A second life, if you will. Isn't some? Are they hitting the bot? Like, what are they hitting here? They can't quite. I think if I had enough of them, they wouldn't be able to get hit here. And there was like 2 more. What the hell? This is a long wave. What the hell? They're still coming. I shouldn't get cocky, I guess. I should make sure I replace these dead monster hunters. Because it takes a second to get them out there. Like maybe if I play them right as the wave, like right as the enemies are spawning, it looks like if I play them, they might get a free hit in. Because what else is happening is they're syncing their attacks up so that the enemies get a hit in. 516. They're killing off my... Oh, also the young classic here, right? One of those, pointed this one out a lot of times where the order your units in isn't necessarily indicative of the order the enemies will attack in. As you can see by the fact that hunters are dying before monster hunters. It's like hang on, I wanna get this in. Hold on. Almost have it. Almost have it. I need to remove a few more cards if I could. I wanna remove guards because I'm just gonna get the hand and then I'll point it out. I'll get there. Hold on. It's just I felt this and then it just kind of landed here. Here it is. We have four cards in my hand that say hunt. Bounty hunt, hunter, monster hunter. Appraiser, by the way. Well, +1 reward selection from treasure boxes. Goes up to 4 options in the treasure chest instead of 3, which means you see every option from a boss chest, and you see 4 of 6 now from the other chests. Those chests, the regular chests. You'll see 4 of 6 now. Used to be 4 of 5, which was massive. A little less good. I think Appraiser got nerfed with the addition of the you-know-what. The extension, if you will. A change that I haven't talked about a ton, right? But the addition of extension in this game, I think, makes it a little more difficult. Because normally this would be like, you almost always see this chest. However, not so much anymore. Anyway, I'm glad I did one more. I was gonna leave, it's a big health bar. I was probably gonna leave this game mode with a bad taste in my mouth if we didn't do one more, so I'm glad we gave it one more. General Plus, I forgot it actually can be really fun and rewarding. This one, I understand it a lot more now. I will definitely forget this by the time we come back to this, because we're probably not going to play another General Plus run for like a month and a half, because I imagine Scientist is going to come out before this. But yeah, just like build an actual army in the early game and not just 2-1, because 2-1 is not enough to survive. You gotta go like 3-2, it feels like, and then you can crush those early 2 waves and get a reasonable army out. Cool. Feels a lot better. I feel better about General Plus now. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to drop me that like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.